Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to another video on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny and today I'm coming to you with a very special full moon message. This is for the March 28th full moon, and normally when I do a full moon reading, I come to you with a theme and then a few messages that all kind of go together under that theme. But this time when I tuned in to the information needed for the collective consciousness, what came through was just one large message for you. So I'm going to share that with you today. And basically the theme of this large message is around setting down your heavy burden of expectations, both that you place on yourself and that you place on others. So before we dive in, please remember to like this video, so give it a thumbs up and share this video for others to find, as well as make sure that you are subscribed because we do new videos here on this channel every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. So let's jump right into the message. So I want to start by saying that it's not your job to be happy. It's not your job to be strong. It's your job to be present and real. If you commit to living awake inside each moment, it would be enough. If you commit to feeling your feelings as they happen, it would be enough. If you commit to showing up in your life, presently alive with the moment, and tuned in to the emotions of your body, that would be revolutionary. Your body is offering you feedback all the time. Emotional energy is found in the body. It's not mental energy. Imagine being tuned into that and using that as a navigational system and for your guidance. And on top of that, experiencing the divine magic and synchronicity of living alive in the moment. We talk about being present, but to live in that state would completely change who you are. And your life would then reflect that change. In order to live in this groundbreaking way, you need to stop apologizing for who you are. Stop explaining yourself to others. Just be. You are a human being. Be. Your beingness is more important than your doingness. If you could just be in this very high quality, tapped in way, your life would be magic. The magic where things connect and you are always in the right place at the right time. And doors are opening. And you're following your intuition, your inner guidance, and seeing through your presence the signs. When I said at the beginning that it's not your job to be happy, how did that make you feel? Do you feel like happiness is a requirement for a good life? Do you feel as though it's your duty to be happy and to present that to the world? Life is not about happiness. It's about the entire experience. There is not one emotional state that is better than the other. It's truly just about being present, authentic, and tuned into yourself. Everything else would take care of itself in your favor. When you start prioritizing presence and authenticity over things like happiness or how you might appear or look to others. As you allow yourself to feel your feelings, then you will always return to peace. Your feelings channel through your heart chakra. And it's when we try to deny them that we create blocks and issues and struggle and pain. If you were always in the flow, presently with the emotions as they came and went, and you didn't try to grab on to any of them, clinging to them to hold on, to feel them longer, and you didn't try to deny others and push them away, but you just accepted life, radical acceptance of the present moment, what it brings to you and what it brings up in you. That's freedom. I like to place my focus on authenticity and integrity, not on happiness and perfection. Authenticity, integrity. Because one fake moment ripples out as an expectation for others that they either have about you now or that they've placed on themselves because of your example. But one very strong moment of authenticity also ripples out and gives people permission in their minds and in their hearts. It gives them space to also express the secret person within. This is how we form a community of real connection. Focus on the word real. Something real, something tangible, something more. Where we support one another for all of the things that that person represents. Not just when they're in their highest vibration, as their highest selves, sending out strength and love to others. Yes, that's beautiful. But someone who is struggling and sharing that with vulnerability, that is strength, that is courage, that is needed and also so beautiful. If you just allowed yourself to be everything in between by tuning in to who you are that day and accepting that we are in a cycle of constant change. Don't try to grasp at the straws of yesterday or last year or remember when I was happy. Live for the now. That's how you get back there. That's how you find yourself again. And living in that very present and real way, not denying yourself and not shaming yourself. That's the kind of life that when you look back on it, you're going to be so proud. That's a deathbed with no regrets. Allow yourself and others to exist and show up in whatever state they find themselves in. And accept them and accept you. That's real love. And to find that inside of yourself, that force of unconditional love. So a love that doesn't have conditions. It doesn't need the other person to be a certain way, look a certain way, be at their best, act nice, be kind. We can't always be nice and kind and perfect and loving. We need to be all of the colors of the rainbow. and allow ourselves, without shaming ourselves, to experience all of the different aspects and sides of ourselves. Light and shadow and everything in between make up a whole person. I want to be a whole person. Not one half, not two-dimensional, a whole experience of a woman. To get to that place of unconditional love for yourself and for others, start with acceptance. Just accept it. Accept however you are in that moment, in that day. If you're having a tough week and you're struggling with something, accept it. Don't fight back against it in resistance. Resistance mode creates a battle within you. And when you're battling against yourself, you are denying yourself and shaming yourself and shutting yourself down in a big way. This is the same as feeling our feelings. We know better now than to bite back tears and shut down emotion. You have to allow it to flow. You have to allow yourself to flow. Can you be that brave? To be an inconvenience to others? Can you allow yourself to be so real that you're inconvenient? I think that's beautiful. I want to be so alive that I'm inconvenient, that I don't fit the mold, that I don't fit perfectly into my shape of what the situation looks like. I want to explode life all over everything that I touch and do every day. And I really hope to honor myself more in this way in the days to come, in the future. More real, more authentic, and if that means messy and inconvenient, then I celebrate that. Are you with me? Once you accept these parts of yourself and others, then you can move from acceptance into compassion. Have compassion for yourself. You are an ever-changing soul, human, frequency. You can't nail down, oh, okay, this is who I am. Because by the time you even write down who you are in a description or a biography, you've already changed. Now, oh, this is who I am. And then it changes again and again and again. But what is the opposite of change and growth? It's stagnant. We are very deep pools of life and emotion. We are not shallow. We are deep, and at our depths are gems of beautiful creativity, genius ideas. Go exploring and accept what you find and have compassion for what you find. And through acceptance into compassion, you will naturally and gradually move into a state of unconditional love. And whatever you turn inward, if you can turn unconditional love inwardly towards yourself, then you will automatically radiate that outwards. Because whatever we hold inside of us radiates outwards like a beacon. This is how manifestation works. This is how we are creators. We choose by what we hold inside of us what our lives will look like. So just imagine what radical acceptance, compassion, and self-love would create for this world. Because we are all creating co-creators together. So it's time to lay down these heavy burdens, these outdated burdens that we carry around as women, that we carry around as men. Each of us burdened with so many expectations of how we are allowed or expected to show up in society and be appropriate. Don't minimize yourself to fit into a box labeled appropriate, or the ideal man, or the ideal woman. You are so much more than a shallow set of rules decided by society centuries ago. And they just keep repeating the same things. That women are supposed to be soft and emotional and loving and yield. And that men are supposed to be strong and leaders and creators and the head of the household. This doesn't leave room for the other half of yourself. Because a whole, complete, and balanced person has both. These gender norms or assignments were fabricated long ago when someone decided pink for girls and blue for boys. And now think of all of the secret shame that someone would have to carry around when they don't fit that mold and their favorite color is pink when it shouldn't be, or vice versa. Or they are a sensitive soul and are not allowed to be, or they are a strong leader and they are shamed for that. Or the roles and the expectations that you set on yourself. So many expectations you carry around every day without even realizing it, like invisible weights on your chest, on your heart, on your shoulders. Can you put them down? Can you live spontaneously, flowing with the moment? And that would be the priority? Just to be alive in the moment right here with me. And what do you feel right now? Okay, then that's who you are. And what do you feel in a few moments? It's different? Perfect. That's perfect too. And just live in that constant cycle of change and growth. Never being expected to settle. I think that you have more to offer than you've been allowing yourself to see. I think that I have more to offer than I've been fitting into the roles or characters that I see myself as. What if we all just dropped all that? Dropped it all. And told the world that we're not playing that game anymore. And that it doesn't matter what somebody else thinks that I should do, or maybe what I even think sometimes that I should do, or what anyone else thinks actually about me at all. All that matters is how real I can be and how present I can be. Present in the moment, present with myself, tuned in, real, alive, and right here with you. So this is the message that came through for this full moon, and it's powerful. And there is a lot of layers, both energetically and emotionally, to this message. Please look for where in your life you can set down these burdens and set yourself free. Break out of these boxes, these cages. This life is too short for that. It's time to live now. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Please check out my links in the description below where you can work with me one-on-one. And I have the best clients, and I attract to me the most beautiful, strong, amazing souls. So thank you. And of course, before we go today, I want to remind you. Say it with me. Listen to your heart and the quiet voice within, because you are so much more than the body you're in. I love you all. I'm sending you blessings.